Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we got another tier list to go over. You guys seem to really enjoy these, so thank you, I really appreciate it. If you guys are excited for another one though, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with any other Pokemon tier lists you'd like me to do, and subscribe if you're brand new. We're doing a legendary Pokemon tier list today, so let's see who I think the best legendary and the worst is. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So starting things off, obviously, don't confuse this one with the one I did like a few weeks ago. That was all the legendary Pokemon I believed I could beat up. Not too many, obviously. But today I'm just ranking like which ones I like the most and which I don't like. So we have the best in the top tier, then we have solid legendary, and then wouldn't use my master ball, so it's not too bad. It's just I'd throw a couple ultra balls at it instead of a master ball. And then we have pretty meh, and then we have ass. So the last section is the Pokemon just ass. So they are the sections of the legendaries, and as you can see here, we do have all the legendary Pokemon. Now we do have some mega evolutions thrown in there as well. I think just the Mewtwo evolutions actually being X and Y. Oh, and Latias and Latios. Oh, we got the Primals. Okay, never mind, I'm speaking nonsense. So I'm just gonna throw them in as well, because why not? Yeah, I think they're relatively in order. I mean, they're not, because it got you know what, I should probably just start this again. Anyway, we're gonna go Mewtwo first. Mewtwo, solid legendary. Do I think it's one of the best? Do I like the design? I do. You know what, it's got the nostalgic feeling to it. It's been there since the original 151. I'm a big fan of the original Mewtwo. I think it's one of the best legendaries. I'm not going off competitively, by the way. I'm just going off my thoughts and feelings to these legendary Pokemon. So yeah, Mewtwo, one of the best ones. You know, the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie. Bloody hell, what a cracking movie that was. Then we have Mewtwo X. Now, I was never actually a huge fan of Mewtwo X, honestly. I like Mewtwo Y a lot more. I think it definitely got a downgrade when it went from Mewtwo to Mewtwo X. So I don't think it's meh, but I wouldn't use my Master Ball on it. You know, I'd maybe throw a couple cheeky Prems or a Pokeball at it, but I don't think I'd use my Master Ball on it. It's a good legendary, but the design, it looks pretty much similar to Mewtwo, and you know, just the fighting type and everything. I'm not a huge fan of it. But then we do have Mewtwo Y, which I do believe is a solid legendary. I don't think it's as cool as Mewtwo the original, but I do really like it. I like how the tail is now like coming out of his head. It's just, no one expected that in a million years. So yeah, quite a nice little trio of Mewtwo's there, but that's how I feel about those. Next up we have Mega Latias and Mega Latios. The thing I disliked about these is they look exactly the same. You know, the colors are the exact same. I don't really know the difference. Is there a difference? I couldn't tell you. You know, I never know which one comes out in a Pokemon battle until it actually says Mega Latias or Mega Latios. So yeah, I wasn't actually a huge fan of them, to be fair, just because they both look very, very similar. And yeah, I just definitely like the original Latias and Latios a lot more than the Mega Evolutions. Then we have the Primals and Mega Rayquaza. So Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, again, they haven't changed loads. They got some nice yellow lines on them and stuff, which is always fun. Mega Rayquaza as well, he got a bit of an upgrade. He looks pretty cool now. All of these shiny forms are incredible as well, which definitely gives them a few bonus points. But I think I like Kyogre as a solid legendary. Groudon's, if there was a section between solid and wouldn't use my Master Ball, Groudon would go there. So you know what, I'm going to put him at the front of this one, because he's very, very close to that solid legendary. I just don't know. He's just not for me. But then we have Mega Rayquaza, which I think is one of the best legendary Pokemon. Look at it. It looks so good. Shiny's incredible. And obviously it's one of the most broken Pokemon in the game as well, being able to Mega Evolve without an item. Next up we have Giratina's, is this origin form? I think it's his origin form. Up next, I like the other Giratina form better, so I'm just going to throw this in, wouldn't use my Master Ball. And then we have the Genies, well, the Genies Tyrian forms. We have Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. So Thundurus is my favorite out of the three. I think it's a solid, cool, legendary. I like Landorus as well, though. Just because I like Thundurus more than Landorus doesn't mean that Landorus isn't a solid legendary, so I'm going to throw him there as well. And then for Tornadus, I think I wouldn't use my Master Ball on him. Just simply because I don't like him as much as the other two legendaries, and you know you can't all put them in one little spot. But Thundurus is my favorite. Tornadus is my least favorite of those three. Next up we have Kyurems. Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. Kyurem White I definitely like a lot more. It's a really good legendary. And then Kyurem Black wouldn't use my Master Ball on. I think that's a fair assumption. I don't know. The white one's design just looks a lot better. I like it. It's more like upright and more powerful, whereas Kyurem Black's more like he's, you know, 80 years old and he's got a walking stick or something. He's got a bad back, hasn't he? Then we have Zygarde. Is this the 10% form or something like that? I don't know. It's just a dog, really. Nothing really went into it, so it's pretty meh in my opinion. It's not the greatest legendary out there. But then we have the Zygarde complete form. I did like the whole Zygarde thing that they did with it, but obviously some of the forms could have looked better in my opinion. But Zygarde's complete form, I think it's pretty. It looks like a bloody massive Power Ranger thing. You know those things they used to do. I can't remember what, like the Megatron or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. I mean that's off Transformers, but you know what I mean. One of them big things which got like an eagle for an arm or whatever. Looks like one of them. Maybe one of the Autobots actually. But I'll put him in solid legendary. Then we have these two bad boys, Solgaleo and Lunala's Necrozma forms, Dawn Wings and Duskmane. I definitely like Duskmane more. I put him in solid. I actually am not a huge fan of the Duskmane though. I never have the Dawn Wings. I've never been a huge fan of Lunala. I don't know why. It's just never gelled with me. So I feel like I'm going a little bit. I think this is one of the first bad decisions I've made that I'm going to get a bit of hate for, but I'm going to throw him there in the pretty meh. But then we have Ultra Necrozma. Ultra Necrozma was not the best legendary in terms of design and stuff, but it was good because it was a really difficult Pokemon to beat, and I loved that because Pokemon games are usually really easy. So to have that was really cool. But I'll throw him in the middle section just because I'm not a huge fan of its design. And then we have Zacian and Zamazenta. Zacian is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon, which I was very surprised at because I got Shield because I was never really a huge fan of it, and then I started like liking it more, and now it's like one of my favorite Pokemon. So yeah, obviously straight into that best spot. And then Zamazenta for me, you know, it's crazy because Zamazenta was the one I liked the most, and now that's dropped to number 3, and then the Zacian has dropped to the best one. We have Eternatus. I'm not a huge fan of it. It was cool, but it was a raid battle. That's kind of all it was, just a massive hand. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that in the pretty meh section. And then we have the legendary birds up next: Articunos, Zapdos, and Moltres. Articuno is my favorite. It's a solid legendary. I love the design of it. Zapdos is pretty cool, and so is Moltres, but I'm just going to put them in wouldn't use a Master Ball on. I don't think I've ever used a Master Ball on these two, so I'm going to throw them there. Then we have the Legendary Beast, which is my favorite trio of legendaries. Suicune is my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time, so he's straight into that number 1 spot. But Entei and Raikou, I also think are solid legendaries. I really like them. They're my favorite trio of legendaries. I think they always will be my favorite trio of legendaries, but yeah, they've got an awesome backstory as well. Like, these Pokemon were in the burned tower, like, when it was burning and they died, and then Ho-Oh brought them back to life, and now the Legendary Beast. It's sick. Like, that's such a cool story. Next up, we have Lugia and Ho-Oh. Big fan of these as well. Gen 2 just smashed it with legendaries, in my opinion. I think they're insane. Do I think they're the best, though? I don't know. I really like Ho-Oh and Lugia. It'd be between the best and solid legendary. It's got to be, like... It's got to be close. I think I like them kind of the same, but I just don't know whether to put them in the best or solid. For now, I'm going to put them in solid, but I don't know, because I kind of like them more than Mewtwo. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually changing some stuff there. I'm putting them there. I'm actually changing it. I've done a massive change there. Unbelievable scenes. I can't believe I've done that. Are they the best? I don't know, man. Do I do that? Or do I like them more than Raikou and Entei? This is a troubling situation. I don't know, because I think I like them more than Mega Rayquaza. I'm just second guessing everything. No, I'm just leave it like that. Second guessing everything. I'm leave it like that. Then we have the Reggies: Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. Just gonna put you there. And then we have Regirock and Registeel. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of any of the Reggies. I think the new Reggies are a lot better. Reggie Alecki and Regidrago, whatever you call them. I think they're a lot better. But for me, I was never a huge fan of them. Like, I loved the puzzles that you had to do to find them, but apart from that, I'm not a huge fan of them. Latios, straight up there. Latios is my second favorite legendary Pokemon of all time. Absolutely love Latios, which is kind of mad that the Mega evolutions are all the way in pretty meh, but that's just because they just don't look that good in my opinion. And then Latias, I think, is a solid legendary as well. Then we have the original Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. I think they're all solid legendaries. I'm a big fan of that trio, the Weather Trio. Do like those. And then we have Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, or Azelf. Uxie I was never actually a huge fan of. That's pretty meh. I love Mesprit though. It's my favorite out of those three, so I'm going to put that there. And then Azelf, I'm probably just going to drop in. Wouldn't use my Master Ball. But they have the worst catch rates ever, man. My god, when I was finding that shiny Azelf, it took me 45 minutes to catch it, and that is not even blowing out of proportion. It took 45 minutes to catch that Azelf. It's just ridiculous. And then we have Dialga and Palkia. Dialga I like more than Palkia. I think that's a solid. I think they're both solid, to be fair. I like Dialga more, but I think I'm going to throw Palkia in the solid legendary section as well. Heatran up next. Wouldn't use my Master Ball. I've never really been a massive fan of it. Regigigas, again, pretty meh. I just don't like the red. Look how small Regigigas is compared to Uxie. Why is Uxie so big? Giratina, solid legendary. Big fan of that. Cresselia, I like it. It's just, it doesn't really do anything. It's just a stally Pokemon. I know I'm like kind of going in and out of competitive here, but it kind of put me off a lot because whenever you face one, it's just so stally, and it's just, I've only ever had bad times playing against Cresselia, so I wouldn't use my Master Ball on it, but it's not the best. Next up, Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. Virizion's my least favorite. I think it's pretty meh. Terrakion is my favorite. That's a solid. And you know, Cobalion, I'll put it in there. That was easy, wasn't it? Next up, we have Tornadus and Thundurus. I love the Genie form so much more. I think they're really good. I'll put Landorus there as well, actually. Thundurus, again, though, is my favorite. I'm going to put... But I got that first encounter shiny Legendary Tornadus. I think they're all into the solid section. Just because of that first encounter shiny that I did get of Tornadus, I have to put them in solid legendary. I can't do it like that. Then we have Reshiram and Kyurem. Not Kyurem, Reshiram and Zekrom. Zekrom I like more. It's a solid legendary. Reshiram goes into one using Master Ball. And then Kyurem next. Again, Kyurem is there as well. Then we have Xerneas and Yveltal and Zygarde's 50% form. Zygarde's 50% form always been kind of meh for me. Just didn't have a story about it or anything. It was just there. And then obviously it got a little bit of a story in like Sun and Moon with the complete form and everything, but I feel like X and Y was so incomplete because of the whole Zygarde situation. Xerneas I'm a huge fan of, definitely solid, and Yveltal's solid as well. I just like Xerneas a little bit more than it. And then we have Type Null and Silvally. Type Null, oh god, where do I put this? I like Type Null. I like Silvally more. Silvally's definitely a solid mon, for sure. I kind of really like Silvally though. I might actually throw it up in the best tier, you know. Silvally's a really cool Pokemon. I really like it. Type Null solid. Then we have Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, Tapu Bulu, Tapu whatever. Tapu Cuckoo, solid. Tapu Cuckoo, Tapu Koko, solid mon. Bulu, Fini, I don't know. I think I like Finny, and then I'm going to throw these two Tapus here. Cosmog and Cosmo, I thought they were kind of meh. I like the idea behind them, but they just don't do anything. They're just there. But then they evolve into Solgaleo and Lunala. Solgaleo, wouldn't use my Master Ball. Lunala, again, not a huge fan of Lunala. And I wasn't a huge fan of Necrozma either, to be fair. I just don't know. They never clicked with me. So that was always unfortunate. I'm sorry to all of the Generation 7 Legendary fans out there. For me, they just didn't really do it for me, man. I just couldn't really like them. Then we have Zacian and Zamazenta without their weapons. Yeah, they're kind of just meh. I mean, I do like them, but, you know, they look a lot cooler with the weapons. Then we have Eternatus again. I just don't like the design of Eternatus. It just looks like a Digimon. I don't like it. I think it's kind of meh. Calyrex, I can't really... I feel bad that I've only got Regice in the ass tier. But I can't really say anything about Calyrex. I haven't used it. I haven't seen it much. I can only really go off the pictures that I've seen, which is like 1 or 2. I don't think it's great. I mean, I don't really have an idea about it yet, so I'm just going to throw it in the middle tier. Then we have Kubfu. I like Kubfu. Kubfu's cool. I think it's a solid legendary. No, I'll put it in the middle tier. Middle tier doesn't mean I dislike them. Middle tier just means they're alright, you know, I'm fine with them. And then we have the Urshifu forms. Yeah, they were pretty cool as well. They weren't anything incredible, but yeah, they were pretty cool. So that is my tier list of the legendary Pokemon. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of abuse in the comment section for that. Actually, I don't know. I think the best tier, I think a lot of people would disagree with, but I think the solid legendary tier, a lot of people will agree with. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I think I'm going to get a few angry people about Lunala, and maybe one person about Regice, but apart from that, I think it's a pretty solid list. Anyway, that is going to be everything for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please do consider hitting that like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Make sure to drop a comment. What other Pokemon tier lists would you like to see me do? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this channel. That's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.